Hello and welcome back to the ESL One European Offline Qualifiers for the Major in Cologne. That's going to be kicking off in August, and just 2 of the teams in today's games will be able to secure their spot at the Major. Oh, we had an amazing day yesterday, and just to recap that before we even talk about today, we saw a battle of a couple of giants actually. Kinguin was a name that really struck a bell yesterday, where they really just showed up. You can see their results there, besting Penta, Killerfish and Dignitas. And, you know, talking of Dignitas, starting relatively strongly against Property, but things starting to really fall flat for them. A loss against Kinguin and a loss against Flipside in overtime secured them the win, and Flipside are going to be very, very ecstatic with that one. We did see good stuff from Overgaming and some of the smaller names, but not quite enough to get them there. I mean, Killerfish was the another name. You can see that result, besting Flipside at one point. So really cool to see these slightly smaller teams demonstrating that they have a real shot, and there's a reason that they are at the offline qualifiers. So big stuff from them, and a real props to all the teams that competed. Still, big congratulations, Flipside and Kinguin, as they are now going to be preparing for their major. Well, some of the first major for Kinguin and second for Flipside. As I think it's time for us to talk a little bit about what we have coming up today. It's going to be so damn good. These names, it feels weird to say that just 2 will be at the Major. HellRaisers versus LGB will be our first game. A couple of question marks surrounding LGB with the loss of Rabino and, of course, earlier on, the loss of Rain. So LGB, not the same side potentially, going up against HellRaisers as well. Not going to be an easy first game for them. Epiphany Bolt e-battles, some of the teams that qualified through the online qualifiers, they're going to be starting against each other. Gamers 2 versus Titan is going to be insane, seeing those 2 clash. And of course, the question mark surrounding Titan is how will they fare with this new roster? How will things go down? This is their first kind of debut in an offline environment, and what a better place to see what they can do when they're battling for a slot at the Major. Rocker and Kick as well. Rocker, of course, formerly known as Encore. The Finns, minus Alu and a few more, are going to be trying to prove their worth under the new title of Rockat. So lots of things to look forward to, and the first game itself is going to be crazy. The fact that we're starting with HellRaisers LGB should get you guys excited. And if you are excited, let us know over on social media. At ESLCS is the Twitter handle. And if you want to get on the hashtag as well, it's ESL1. So throughout the weekend, well, throughout the final day, we've already had the weekend, we've started on Saturday, of course. Do let us know though if things are going your way, who you want to win, and how the matchups are shaping up. We look forward to hearing from you guys. And of course, finally, what are they competing for? It's a ticket to the Major, and you can get your hands on one as well. Probably not going to be in the players' seats, but you can be sitting there watching them compete. And it is truly an experience for anyone who has any sort of association with CSGO. You play it, you watch it, your friend plays it, your dog kind of occasionally likes to watch it. Do get a ticket. Head over to esl-one.com/Cologne and you can get in with a chance for a ticket. Of course, it's going to be filling up fast, so get over there now and see if you can get yourself here for the 22nd to the 23rd of August. I'm excited to just be there, never mind being potentially a part of it, so please do get on over there. Finally though, guys, it's time for us to talk about our first game. To do that is your casting team. It's Lauren and Jason. Take it away, you guys.
Thank you for that, Machine. Interesting start to the show. We do have HellRaisers up against LGB. This is a game you'd look at and say, all right, well, one of these 2 teams is going to win and get through the Major. Yeah. This is actually our first game of the day, a first true challenge for both these teams.
And it's a huge caliber match between both of them. Both teams, as you mentioned, could be in that qualifying spot. So such a hard position to be in. Bearing in mind as well, there's still Titan in this group. There's still some other teams that really could upset. We saw Dignitas, of course, yesterday, sadly not going any further. So we've seen the power of what can happen if teams let it slip for a second, and these 2 have to be so ready for this game. And
speaking of HellRaisers, let's go and take a look at their lineups and see all the entire team in its entirety for them. It's going to be such a crazy game between these guys. We have, of course, for HellRaisers, it's going to be Angel as an in-game leader. You see Kucher, Doja, Adren, and Mo. And, you know, we were talking about Mo quite a few times now, and why don't you kind of run down what you said about him to me?
Do you know what? I love his addition to this lineup. He's really kind of added an element that I think really works for them. Coming in as an AWPer, he just kind of kept that team really pushing forward, and they've been getting so many close results. They may not necessarily get the win, which has been the kind of heartbreaking point,
right?
But their results are getting so close now.
it seems like they just comes down to those final rounds. They just can't seem to break through to get into that victory, to get that W on the board. But a very strong team. The man on your screen, Doja, he's always been a man I've enjoyed watching. He's always been fantastic. Every single time I see him really step up to the plate, he's always been such a staple in the Counter-Strike scene. And of course, we're going to have their opponents, LGB. And as you heard Machine say, they're without Rubino. And that's going to make things a little bit difficult. I talked to him actually before we started the event, but I'll get into that in just a second when we do go over the lineups. You have Mystic, Poly, Sentries, Jakam, and Zevis. And I was talking to them, without Rubino, how are you guys feeling about the upcoming qualifiers? And they said, or Zevis said, it's sad that we're not able to play with Rubino since he's a great player, a good friend of everybody, and has a role in the team that no one can fulfill. Then we have to change everything on every single map we are focusing, and we have 5 days to do that. Not a long time, but since we are boot camping, it makes it a whole lot easier. So you can see Rubino really a huge part of their team, and with him now not in the equation to play since he's unfortunately ill, LGB, the rest of them have to step up, especially Mystic, who's filling in his spot.
Yeah, and it's going to be so hard for LGB to pull this one back together. Bearing in mind, last time they faced off against HellRaisers, I believe that was during the DreamHack qualifiers in summer, which was the full best-of-5 series. It went to every single map. And it was all about Rubino, 128 kills throughout those 5 maps, and that's a really big score if you break it down into what he achieved individually. So without him, they're missing a really big factor. And
the map is going to be Overpass, as you can see on the screen there, a map that's really kind of funny with at least the HellRaisers' past stats. I mean, they've beaten teams like Virtus Pro 16-14, the Global Offensive Champions. Yeah, they've beaten Fnatic 16-7. They've had a lot of great games, even beaten Flipside 16-8. But they've also had some really close results over the course of the ESL ESEA Pro League on this map. And I'm really curious to see how they're going to be able to perform against a team like LGB in an offline environment. Yeah, you can look at LGB like, all right, we know what they're going to do. But with that new player coming in, with them changing things up 5 days before the entire event kicks off, you can't really predict too much.
Well, that's the thing. You actually asked a lot about the roles of what Rubino previously did for that side in LGB, and then now with a new player coming in, how that was going to affect things. And actually, it changed a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, so Zevis said Rubino's official role in the team was like an aggressive lurker, but he also said it was really hard to narrow down exactly what he does. And Mystic, who has to fill his role, is more of an entry killer, a guy with... a guy who really can't stand in one spot for too long.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to adapt their entire strategy around this alone. Just the fact that you don't have Rubino, who's going to be aggressive as a lurker.
And I'm actually really surprised that LGB let Overpass come to be the map. Now, bearing in mind, in 2015, I know HellRaisers have played this 23 times. They've really hammered out this map, and they are pretty darn good on it. I really enjoy their CT side personally with the addition of Mo. I think they really do excel on it. However, as you said, LGB aren't the same team, so anything they may have worked out for that lineup doesn't really apply anymore. So this one's back kind of to just seeing who turns up in what form.
It's going to come down to a battle of the in-game leaders, I think, and how they're going to be able to read the other team when it comes into this. And, we've seen LGB playing the qualifiers for Katowice earlier on this year, and unfortunately they didn't really do too well in that one. But they've got Poly. Used to be the in-game leader for them. Now it's switched over to Zevis because they wanted to allow Poly to really focus on the AWP. And when you're, like you're saying, up against Mo, you need to have that strong offer to really kind of battle him out and potentially win out in these duels.
I can't agree more. And Mo, I think the biggest impact he made to me was on this map, actually. And his consistency was the one thing that surprised me when he first joined this team. He wasn't necessarily, the most flamboyant AWPer in the world, but he does have a lot of those really consistent plays. He closes out the rounds, and as you can see, Overpass now getting himself ready to kick off. I'm not sure actually what to predict from this one. If it was the LGB that we'd seen before with the full lineup, or of course without Rainers, he's now over towards the Kingwin side, but a closer form with Rubino in that lineup, I'd say maybe this was tilting towards them a touch. But HellRaisers on this map, I think, have a phenomenal chance.
I still say, I think this can actually go either way. I'm not really 100% convinced on either team's able to pull this through. But HellRaisers, they're always at the majors. They always show up when the time counts, and I think this is going to be a good start for them. If they can pick the victory here, move through the tournament in that upper bracket, and at least have that second chance when it comes into the finals. But it looks like we're about to kick off the knife round. And this is going to be a great game. HellRaisers up against LGB. The map, it's Overpass. And we're going to let the game begin as we have both teams heading over towards Fountain to go for the knife.
Yeah, and such an important game to begin with. These guys are getting thrown into the fire almost, having to really turn up just straight away today. And I'm not sure about side choice for these guys. I personally like HellRaisers on their CT, but I don't think for them it's a huge ordeal if they start on the other side. And so far, it looks like LGB will be closing this one out, so they will get to choose whichever side they want to start towards. And let's see what they go for here.
I want to assume that they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Just for the fact of... You know, T-side's going to be very difficult. Again, changing things up within their team, having to change all their strategies around this as well, means you want to get a confident start on that CT side. Then again, you have teams who like to start on the difficult side, get those rounds out of the way because they know they can pick up so many rounds on the easier side.
I'm trying to think back to what Hiko said about this when he obviously stood in for a team not too long ago. And he was saying actually the T side was a little easier in a way. We could kind of just forge it together, but CT we found a little bit harder when I was standing in. But HellRaisers there, not in their iconic red shirts this time, switching up to the white. A little bit different, maybe coming in this as an away team, who knows.
Yeah.
But hopefully the team chat works out, they can get things sorted out, they can get themselves focused into this game, because with all the issues they've had in closing out series, they need to start off with a bang.
Well, think of Dignitas yesterday up against Flipside. They struggled to close out that game. But, you know, we talked about HellRaisers quite a bit. Let's talk about LGB, the men to watch. Because I think that, for me, there's kind of two men potentially in this one. For me, the eyes are on Mystic. Can he fill...
I agree.
I mean, he can't fill the shoes of Rubino. He doesn't have to. He can bring in his own shoes and bring a new role to the team. But it's about how the team's going to adapt around that strategy, or are they forcing Mystic to adapt the way Rubino played? It's going to be really curious, or really crucial on their play style.
I'm in complete same mind as you. I want to see if Mystic can find his role here and what sort of position he ends up falling in towards. It may not be, you know, exactly how they define it, but how well can he kind of keep himself in this game? How well can he fit into this lineup? Because it's not going to be an easy task. These boys have played together though before, you know, it's quite a close scene out there. So I can imagine they have some sort of intrinsic value to each other. They know kind of how to play, but a big opponent like HellRaisers should have the upper hand, as they do have their full lineup.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into the pistol round. This is day 2. We're into Group B for the ESL One Cologne Europe Offline Qualifiers. We're going to find out which one of these teams will be advancing through the tournament and which team will be dropping immediately down into the lower bracket. And look at this, LGB already starting off strong, sending 3 men over towards long, 1 man over towards restrooms. They're leaving B completely open. They're looking for the read on the HellRaisers. Yeah,
and it's not a bad start. Kucha is there with the bomb by the fountain, joined by Mo, but Adrian and Dozier are starting to work their way up through those connectors.
You see they caught him off guard completely with this 4-man push.
And there's Polly. Polly is brilliant on these pistols as well. Jakame comes in towards Kucha, leaving the T-side with nothing really to do here. Adrian does at least find one, but this aggressive push-up from A is just working out perfectly.
They have the bomb down. Adren, he's trying to stay alive to have Angel rotate in to help him out, but there's a lot of time to work with on the clock. They need to lock down quite a few angles. And Adren actually just might push behind them. Maybe pushing towards site, but does get spot out towards birthday party. Not going to connect the shots though on his sentries. He's just going to back away. And Mystic hasn't given away his position just yet. I like how cautious, how calm, and slow they're being with this. There's no need to chase out HellRaisers. Let them come to you and win on the aim battles.
Yeah, one by one, Angel's getting the information as to where they are as well. Sentries and Mystic kind of known. Jakame, I guess they can work it out. So Adrian's got himself into a good spot here. He might be able to single out maybe Mystic. He's got himself in a bit of an awkward predicament. So there we go. You're going to see Angel keeping Sentries and Jakame busy, but it doesn't matter. Sentries finds Adrian, and now Angel going to be put down. And LGB, first round on the board.
All right, and LGB, that is a strong start for them. And we have to also keep in mind the fact, since they do have to rotate in a new man, are they just going for the aim battles? Are they going to rely on their strategy too much? And we've already seen right there a little bit of a cheeky start, nets on the pistol round, and ideally the next 2 thereafter. So looking for a 3-0 start. And HellRaisers going on that full save, not even buying a single pistol. I think they're going to be rushing towards...
I've actually not seen that for a long time. A completely clean eco.
Yeah, you see like a couple P250s typically in there for a couple of kills.
P250 or a flash, I don't know. But this time, absolutely nothing.
Well, look at LGB too. They invested into this, assuming it was going to be a SMG buyout, but they haven't gone for that. But she came pushed up towards Rescue. It's a cheeky kill on the move. Gets the second onto Angel, and even the third onto Adren as finally Doja does shut him down.
Yeah, Mystic now going to have to pick up the mantle, the new boy to the group. He just got a glimpse of Kucha there, doesn't get the shot he needed. And she goes down. Now giving away a gun, Kucha does have one. Now Dozier finds another. They got a flash and a smoke to work with, but Polly here does have the scout. He can jump away like a champ, but they're backing away. They're not sticking around, and Zevez might be the next one to maybe hear them rotating. I'm not too sure if he caught a bit of a sound of that one, but Sentries is going to probably start rotating, or Polly soon enough, as B is still completely open.
Let's see, Kucher, what can he accomplish with this M4? Doja with the FAMAS. There's actually no one towards B.
No one's even started rotating yet either.
Zevez, he's going to be on the quick rotate over towards short. But I don't think he's actually heard them cross in towards site yet. And with the smoke's going in, they should now know the bombs will be planted over at this B site. So the retake's going to be coming through. LGB will go for this one. It's going to be a 2-on-3 after plant situation. Zevez, though, in the perfect spot. And Doja might walk straight into this, and he's going to get the better of him.
Yeah, bear in mind, T-side 0 armor to their names. It's going to be very difficult, but Kucha, around the world we go. This is smart. This is nice. So Zevez kind of assuming it might be clear there. 3 of them by the bomb site. Polly's going to check again, though. Polly playing the smart game. He does find Kucha. Defuse comes in, and that's 2 on the board for LGB, but quite dangerous to lose those 2 guns there.
That was risky. That was like a little bit too close for comfort too, considering they lost the M4 up close and personal for LGKM, then they lost the FAMAS off the back of that. That could have gone completely haywire. Not to mention, out of a full eco for HellRaisers, they got the bomb down.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic round for them, to be honest. And now they're buying up here into round 3. They've got a lot of utility behind this. They've got the guns, and you see LGB, they're kind of stuck with the 2 FAMASs still. And
looking at the utility they've got there, the mollies, 3 of them that they can put into place. I'm excited to see where they take this towards, as Polly does get a glimpse of Kucha. Great little shot comes out from Polly, kicking this one off in favor to LGB. But T side looking like they want to head towards that B site, but Angel catching a glimpse of one, I can imagine, maybe seeing Sentries or Zevez, but it's Sentries to find the kill. But here comes the rest of the play. Adrian comes through, finds Zevez, opens up the side of touch, but can they deal with Sentries?
Mo is going to be pushing through. Sentry's still just tucked away in. Water hasn't given his position too much. This flashbang going to come in. He's going to get 1 onto Adren. He's looking for the second. Mo will go down. Sentries is on a killing spree. Those are coming around the side. And now he's giving away that position in a 1-on-4. Almost certainly won't be able to pick up this round. He's going to get the first count of Sentries, though. And quickly they're shut down by JKM. LGB off to a strong start. You can already hear them cheering.
They're getting loud.
They're getting ready for this game. They're looking for this momentum build-up. And HellRaisers, they're going to be back on the save.
And that flash that came out then, that just completely held back one of the players. I think it was Mo who got almost completely whited out by that. Really nicely done, allowing the other player to push through.
I like the confidence of it, LGB too, because you had a 2-man push towards long, which we're not seeing this time, but you had Polly push up towards Fountain by himself. And typically when you see aggressive play towards A, it's 2 men going towards Fountain to make sure to get that kill and be able to back each other up. But he just felt confident enough to go for the 1v1 trade, got the kill, was able to back away, giving that man advantage early on, and I believe they've been spotted over towards B.
Zevez doing a hell of a lot of damage towards Kucha as well, but T-side no armor, 1 smoke on Dozier, just the Tech 9s and a couple of P250s. Looks like they're going to do maybe a 4-1 split here if they can maybe pull it off. I'm not too sure if they can, considering...
smoke, though.
Yeah, there's 3 players here. Maybe they're just looking for the plant, ideally. If they can maybe pull that off, it'd be absolutely fine, but...
Oh, interesting,
mate. Don't know about that.
Throwing a little bit more to the right, that could have actually damaged anyone coming through that short tunnel, but... They're just pushing up. The smokes have dissipated. They're starting to push straight in. This is going to be an interesting hold out of LGB. Some flashbangs just trying to counter and slow them down the bomb. It's looking to get pushed up inside, but there we go. Zevez off to the side, picks up 2, and he will get that 3rd most certainly, but no, he has to pick up just then. He finally gets onto the other man and closes it out with 4 kills. And Zevez has locked down and stamped down that B side of saying, this is mine, and you cannot have it.
Yeah, so close to getting that bomb down, but Zevez just every single time, back-to-back kills coming in. And these guys get themselves started well, this event. 4-0 now, but we're seeing not the first real gun round, but I guess the closest thing that HellRaisers is going to be focusing towards. All AKs, no AWP out on towards Mo.
4 men towards A again.
Yeah.
They got JKM and Mystic pushing long. They have Sentries, restrooms, and Polly's down a connector. They want to lock down this early control, and you can see how he's respecting it and sitting so far back.
But you see this time and time again. Virtus Pro will do this every single time almost, and you can see why. Mystic with a great connection towards 1. You've got JKM backing him up from the tree, and that's a really nice crossfire on towards A long, just holding them back and singling them out. But Adrian's just there, peeking through. JKM gonna find him, surely connecting onto that one, and now Dozier, last man standing, does get tagged up, at least takes down JKM, but I don't know how much else he's going to find here. 1v3, Polly's still just kind of falling back a touch, but Sentries fancies his chances.
I think as we always talk about HellRaisers and how they're a team that really has a tough time closing out games. But how tough time do they have getting into the game? I mean, this is looking like a 5-0 start for LGB, exactly what they wanted. And there's a reason we chose this game first, because we were expecting a really close game, but at the moment, LGB are just taking a run for this. And so she's trying to rotate down towards connector. He will have Polly waiting towards the backside of door, has Sentries behind him. He's pretty much completely closed in, but he's got 35 seconds to work with. I don't really assume he can actually pick up this this save. I don't think LGB are going to let him do this. But he's got to make a move soon. He's got utility to work with, and he just spotted the head out of Polly and won't spray through, but unfortunately not tag up. But now they know exactly where he is. The gig is up, and he's going to have to push towards short.
Yeah, and Zevez is already off towards the side as well. Dozier's going to have an extraordinarily tough time in 15 seconds. I don't think he's got a chance in hell here, and Zevez will agree with that statement, taking him down to 9 the step, and Dozier needs to focus this one up. 5-0, HellRaisers starting to not necessarily struggle, but they're just not making the impact in this. That aggressive push up on towards A that LGB is bringing out is something that always reminds me of the way Pasha plays it, how Virtus Pro do this. They always do that sort of kind of aggressive play, and they very rarely sit back passively, yet they always seem to be able to hold on towards the B site as well.
Oh, look at this, though. I think that they've read it a little bit. They're actually going for a quick rush, a quick push over towards B. They're going to get an easy kill out of Mo onto Zevez, and that's going to allow them to push straight in. Sentries and Mystic could be the two-men defending, though, and Kucher already getting dinked up. Will fall. This is looking good for LGB. Pick up the 2 early kills. Sentries, he's going to fall to a Dren. Now it's Mystic alone inside. He picks up a fantastic kill onto the bump, and that will be a second there to follow. That is already 3 kills for this man, and Mo, the last one alive, already with 2 kills under his belt. Looking for the last 2.
Polly's around the back. Polly is literally behind him. Jakame's in front. This is going to be so difficult for him to move towards. The bomb's down by the side itself, and there's Polly watching the cross, and great play coming out of Mystic, the new man to the lineup, who's had to step in there, picking up a 3K and closing down that push.
And I was just going to say, too, like, HellRaisers, they have to read into LGB's aggression because they're saying so many men towards A every time. Why not hit B very quickly? And they go for that. Mo had a fantastic opener, but fortunately, they just couldn't close it out after that. Mystic he held on. He stayed alive. Him and Sentry did a fantastic job of maintaining that. And instead of going for the 4-man stack A, well, they went the 3-man stack B, and it worked out. Had a really great read onto HellRaisers. And they're back to drawing boards. Some Deagles bought up. P215 at Tech 9, 6-0. Coming into this game, I did not expect this kind of scoreline.
I'm there with you on this, but Jakame and Polly are pushed up here. Polly looking for maybe finding a Dren, but it's Zevez actually to catch the one man who was over by B. And look at this, Jakame doesn't even need the rifle. He switches up to the pistol, does take down Adrian, but that's about all he got there in the end. But Polly's still in a perfect position. Behind one of the players, just catches a glimpse, doesn't shoot just yet. We'll take down the kill, and now we'll expect Dozier on towards long, calling out to Mystic, and it's another shutdown from LGB. 7-0 now on the board. These boys are out to just absolutely destroy HellRaisers.
Yeah, you've got Kucher at 1 kill, you have Angel at 1 kill. On the other side, though, you have JKM at 10, and their lowest fragger is Mystic, who's at 5-3, so still a positive KD, and you have even Polly at 6-1. Polly's got 16K, like... They have all the money to work with. They're actually not going for the side of LGB, but we're going to see Mo picking up, who's been so impactful, as you were saying before. And again, the 3-men push towards long. Will HellRaisers expect this?
Well, there's a nice little flash to kind of expect it, but Mo gets found. JKM's there. This is absolutely unbelievable. Brilliant play from LGB, just smothering out the T side, who are just going to have to struggle so badly to get this. And Sentry's picking up the mantle, leaving Angel and just Dozier alive. And they're a million miles away from where they need to be.
And finally, when HellRaisers do get the op, they don't even get to use it. They completely rush Mo down, and he has no chance. Angel trying to respond onto Polly, but unfortunately won't have the opportunity towards Connector.
And I loved the focus on towards long then. They almost predicted that. They almost knew that that was the option available. And there you see it. And now Dozier left alive. He's only got the AWP to hand. Well, only. He's the only man standing with an AWP to hand, should I say. But I don't think he's going to be able to achieve much with this, but it's still 45 seconds to wait. But great shot towards Sentries, finding that one out of nowhere, but there's still 3 more standing.
Love to see shots like that. But yeah, like I said, 3 men left to go, 30 seconds left on the clock. Very reminiscent of 2 rounds ago. He was the last man with the AK, but he's going to push through. He has the bomb luckily in his hands. And that time in JKM, oh my god, they're right behind each other, and JKM will eventually pick up the kill as his teammate will fall. But this is an 8-0 start. Should there be a pause coming in? Should HellRaisers talk things over? They are struggling on this T side.
They really need to. Okay, they are calling in a pause. They have to. It's not, I don't know, they're just getting completely outplayed. The
thing is, it's
unbridled aggression from LGB is just perfect.
It's like LGB aren't playing with respect, which is really weird because we would put these teams as pretty evenly matched. Maybe HellRaisers is a little bit ahead of LGB, but they're not really caring when they push in like the 3-4-man stack towards long just to get that early control, picking up so many kills. It's like they just don't care who they're up against. They want to play their game and not let the other team get control, and it's working out for them with an 8-0 lead. Like, they are playing phenomenal.
It's a brilliant game from these boys, and I'm really pleased to see them coming into this tournament getting so far a good result. You know, things can still change, it can still turn. Let's not call this one as over just yet, but if it stays anywhere near this pace, LGB look like a true contender here. I would have put them in, you know, in the same bracket as your HellRaisers, your Titans, at least in this qualifier for now. But these guys look head and shoulders above HellRaisers. They've come into this looking cold, looking just completely off point. They've not been predicting or being able to work out that CT side aggression coming out on the A side. They haven't really done much towards B. They tried a couple of fast plays, but they've just kind of been picked up by the opening flash and then a couple of peaks coming out from Zeves.
And I don't want to like over-exaggerate this, but I feel like Zeves has done his homework. You know, he's the new in-game leader for the team. Pauly backing away from that position so he can focus on the AWP, which we finally do see him pick up. He's done his homework against HellRaisers. He knows exactly what he wants to do against them. And it's been working out. The calls, they've been ballsy, but with high risk comes high reward, and they're up 8-0. They keep this pace up. They're looking to be really good on that T side and pick up that first win of the day.
All right, well, it looks like the unpause is going to be coming in, so we'll be getting this one back underway. Hopefully, HellRaisers, for their sake, have found whatever wasn't going right. Just fix those small issues. Maybe just talk through what was happening, kind of forget those first 8 rounds and try and focus on what's coming up right now. And here we go. Let's see what they bring to the play here. Going back in with the buy.
They use so much utility just on this initial push out towards playground.
Because Polly's got the AWP, we've got JKM not so far pushed up, and that's what I mean. Mo is just being outdone on every single front. With the AWP, without the AWP, it doesn't matter, and JKM wants a piece of the action. Of course he's going to get it. Dozier goes down, and it looks like rinse and repeat again.
You think back to the round where HellRaisers got really aggressive over towards B. But there was a 3-man stack. Oh my god, Pauly being so aggressive, picks up the kill on the Dren.
That's the bomb.
Yeah, they know exactly where his rest of the team be pushing through connector on top of that, and Pauly just going to back away. Zeves gets the kill onto Angel, and now they're flanking onto Kucher, who's the last man alive. He will get 1 kill, but not much more than that. And LGB up 9-0. But I was trying to say, you know, HellRaisers, we saw them change the pace up. They realized A wasn't working. Let's hit towards B really quickly. And they went for that. Mo had a great opener, but LGB had a 3-man stack. And that was the response to the big stack coming out of long A, out of LGB, and yet that didn't work out. Then you know, the next couple of rounds, they're like, all right, let's go hit towards A again. Maybe they're going to stack B. They get completely shut down with a 3-man push towards long. Like, they are being read completely like a book, and LGB are really making this lead show. Finally switching things up again, as they're going to be looking over towards B a little bit, and Sentry's just trying to gather that early information.
Yeah, but so's Pauly. He already pushed up, saw absolutely no one was there. Sentries and Zeves can now focus this one down. Dozier is a bit of a linchpin point, but still, Kucher can find one, but Zeves, Kucher with a beautiful double coming through. That's going to change things here. A little bit of a Kobe nade coming out from Missit will at least find Kucher, but the bomb can surely get to site now. Mo's still got it to hand. Angel's with him, but those 3 players on the LGB side looking to stop this.
So they might finally get their second plant of the game. And Mo taking out of 42 points of HP, but still going to be a 3-on-3. The AWP's still in the hands of Pauly, and Dozier will turn it into a 3-on-2 in favor of HellRaisers. But there we go, JKM able to respond. The 2 men are over towards Monster now. But will the bomb be stuck? JKM's actually just sticking his defuse, and they're going to come around the side, and this is going to be Mystic holding up. Is he going to pull up? No, in the last few seconds. He won't get it, and that will be HellRaisers finally picking up their first round after 9.
2 players left alive there at the end. That got a little close, down to 1 second on a defuse.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, was that hold necessary? JKM, maybe if they would have dueled out a little bit longer, could have been went a different way, but they went for something risky, and unfortunately just didn't work out for them. But now, as long as they can close out this next round, HellRaisers can be broke.
Yeah, they certainly will be. But let's see how they now kind of come into this. Looking at LGB, they haven't gone for the massive aggression towards A-Long. They've still got Pauly pushed up. That was a bit of a tongue twister. JKM sitting by the toilet area, just kind of in bathroom. And then you look at Sentries and Zeves just chilling out by that wall of smoke, having a great time. But at the moment, they're falling back a little. Maybe just saying, okay, guys, there's no need to go over aggressive. Clearly, they'll start working for picks. They're going to look for an opener here. Let's just fall back a touch, play a little bit of a different style, switch it up on HellRaisers.
And that's really hard to read, too. When you expect this aggression, then you're met with passiveness. And HellRaisers are now forced to make the move to change things up. And
they have to commit so much of the utility just to check this. Already, I think Mo and Kucher just had to use a flash towards long in case Pauly was there. And now they're down to 2 smokes, a couple of flashes and 1 molly on Angel, and they've not really gone towards the sides just yet.
And look what they're against on LGB side with utility.
Exactly. There's so much left with them. So we've got Pauly and JKM kind of close-ish together, but is Pauly going to be waiting for this information? Did he just see someone on long?
Yeah, he saw him.
And well, of course, Pauly's going to get the shot. Mo goes down. Mo's just been the punching bag so far for Pauly, who's going to be looking for a little bit more here. 1 on long, 2 pitches through the bathrooms, and Pauly makes it 2, doesn't get the 3rd. Kucher's there again, doing the work for HellRaisers, but JKM wasn't far away.
As long as he stays alive, buys his team some time. Sentry's now pushing straight through, looking for the bomb planter. He will get taken down by Dozier, but JKM is still here off the side. Mystic over towards Optimus. He's going to spray through. He sees Dozier. He gets the kill, prevents the bomb plant, and LGB 10-1 scoreline. They win the round right after HellRaisers picked up 1 finally, and HellRaisers, they are hurting on money.
3.9k is the maximum they have currently, and that's on Angel. So really not a great deal of money working for the T side here, but Angel is going to go for the buy up here on towards just the AK and head armor. Everyone else, just a couple of pistols. So looking for him to maybe clear up the rest if they can get a couple of tags. And yeah, he's down extraordinarily low.
And they gave him the AK.
Yep.
He's got 1 kill and they gave him the AK. All right.
Brave.
Not going to question that. Let's see if he can finally get some steam going for him. And the rest of the team, like you said, on pistols. And HellRaisers, they need to get way more.
Oh God, Polly's going to have a field day here if he gets these guys pushing at him.
Oh, unfortunately missed that first shot just back away. He saw GK and they'll push up aggressively. If this AK goes down, they're going to have nothing to work with. And he does get it.
God.
And you see them trying to pick it up and they get set up. He knocks them down. Doja off to his right side. Adren still over towards connector. And Polly will spot him out. Gets the leg onto him. And the fill up with the 5-7. This is looking like 11-1 scoreline.
Honestly, LGB look like they're playing a different game to HellRaisers. HellRaisers are completely out of this, it looks like. They're not even getting close to taking these guys down. This is unbelievable.
The funny thing
1
is...
kill. Adrian, Mose, 4 kills. Kucha, 5. The maximum they've got is on Doja at 9. On the other side, Jakem's on 21 right now.
It's funny, you look at the map veto process, and LGB removed all the strat-heavy maps. And we see HellRaisers trying to respond with moving all the puggy maps. And yet they still came out with Overpass, which is working out so damn well for them. They just won't have the opportunity to go for the peak just yet, but we'll have sentries here to help off to the side. And HellRaisers are looking to barrel down this B side, and let's see if they can hold on to this yet again.
Yeah, Zevas has been such a linchpin player in these positions, but look at sentries using that smoke well, just covering us short, allowing him to watch the push up towards the side. He gets a great tag, and Zevas can go for the easy cleanup now. 5-7 switched out, doesn't follow up towards Angel, so at least they've got a shot towards the side, but it's still a 3v1 now as Dozier goes, and it's just Angel. 1v3, 24 HP. And JKM just racking up kill after kill, closing out these rounds, and LGB are just looking to terminate HellRaisers.
The thing is, you're seeing how well LGB are slowing down HellRaisers when they enter a site. Just staying alive, buying time for the rotates to come through. If HellRaisers want to execute onto a site, they got to be explosive. They need to get the kills early on and just push straight through, not turn this, 5v2 into a 5v3 or 4. And LGB have just had a phenomenal game, especially JKM. They saw 22 kills. Polly not going to care.
Polly wants his turn.
No, he gets it definitely right there onto Adren. And you even have Mystic and JKM again pushed up back towards long. The confidence is back for LGB. I don't think it's actually even lost. It probably picks up a second. Won't get the third as JKM, steals that away, but Mystic not going for the flank. And Angel, the last one alive, will fall 13-1. We could see a 14-1 score at the end of the first half. LGB could pick up a fairly easy win.
I've not seen a game like this at this level in a long time. A long, long time. I don't think HellRaisers expected any sort of fight like this on their hands in the first game. Sure, it was meant to be close. It was meant to be, a bit of a back and forth. Probably HellRaisers have more consistency. You'd argue they'd be the ones to pick it up, but right now, this is LGB showing them what they've got. When the big money's on the line, when the opportunity to go to the major is here, it's LGB's turn. But finally, HellRaisers find a little bit of fire, and Mo and Kucha will find Mystic and JKM. But there's still Polly, and we know what he's achieved so far.
I feel like in the next few seconds, we're going to see it yet again. Oh, I think he just caught a little glimpse of a head there trying to jump up. The reaction time's ridiculous. Zevas, though, on the flank from Connector. He got one. Well. Angel will respond. Yeah, I believe so. Down to 15 HP. That's all onto Polly to make sure to hold on to this A-side. Doja, she was giving the op over Mo. Gonna make that work for him. And now Suchi's the last one alive in a 1-on-4. HellRaisers looks like they might be able to pick up their second round, but second round out of 15. I was saying second round out of 2 is more likely back before we started the show, but 2 out of 15 is not the start they're looking for. And Sentries, I think it's a little bit too much to ask for them to pull off a 1 before the op. And there we go. HellRaisers do secure the second round of the first half, and only second round of the first half. And now we're going to be swapping sides. HellRaisers, they have to muster up something on the CT side. They need that pistol round guaranteed to have some sort of a chance to claw their way back.
Now, I said I really liked HellRaisers on the CT side, but I think that's a bit of a push now. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think 2 rounds is enough for most teams to work with. This has just been a bit of a bloodbath.
I mean, we did see 12-3, did toss versus Flipside last night. And that turned into a win for Flipside, so it's not impossible.
It's not.
But the way LGB are steamrolling this game, I mean, at least the rounds were semi-close when it was Flipside playing. I just don't know if HellRaisers can do this. I don't want to, count them out, but this is a hard scoreline to come back from.
It's just that LGB look, honestly, another level. HellRaisers don't even look close to how LGB are operating currently. They're so confident, hitting every shot they go for almost. JKM and Polly were such imperative members, and that was mostly because, of course, they were pushing up on A. They were getting a lot of opportunity to do so. But then you saw what Zevas was able to do, and Sentries when the play came towards the other side.
They all had their moments shining.
Exactly. Even Mystic had a really good bit of play coming in. But what do you tell your team during this half? Because 2 rounds, it's hard to build anything from.
Well, it looks like nothing. HellRaisers aren't even saying a single word to each other. It looks like the ready-ups are coming in from both teams. We're about to kick off our second half. LGB winning 13-2 in their first game of the day. And of course, you still have a crackover match coming up next. Gamers 2 up against Titan.
The first glimpse of Titan.
The first glimpse of the new Titan. Well, the new old Titan.
Yeah, the
however
new
you kind of want to say it.
Kind of weird in between.
Yeah. The new iteration of Titan, we'll say that. As we do get into the pistol round.
Yeah, this is going to be rather foreboding if it goes wrong for HellRaisers. The spiral could be real, but 13-2. LGB making a hell of an impression here.
Wow, HellRaisers just stacked up on A2. Doja, Angel, just trying to hold back and very passive towards B. They're playing for the retake. They have the kit onto Mo.
Let's see if he's going to have the opportunity to even use it here. Flashes come over towards the site. A grenade to follow. Doja's going to be the first man to be tested, and Mystic's going to win that one out. Angel is actually flashed up, and there's 2 players pushed through. Great shot towards Jacan. See sentries, and Angel delivers finally, but this is looking stunning from Angel. Bomb is down, though. Still 2 players standing. Can Angel do what is needed? Yes, that's 4 already. 1 man stands, and Angel, when the questions are asked of his team, he's the only one answering so far, and Kucha's nade will do the damage. But finally, HellRaisers get around on the board, but you can't depend on Angel picking up a 4K every round.
You certainly cannot. I was just about to credit Mystic for getting the entry frag, which is his role within the team, but you can't expect that. You just cannot predict moments of brilliance like that, and they're just going to be going to the next round. They got the bomb plant. Actually, sorry, they didn't get the bomb plant, so unfortunately not getting that money behind them, and they're going to be coming in. Sorry, they did get the plant. I'm just all over the place. It's been a long day yesterday, 12 hours.
It was just like, look, there's
even YK's like, Jason, please. So they got the bomb plant. They got the money in their pockets, so they're looking to buy up in the next round. And Angel, this might do some ridiculous damage. No, I'm just going to be smoking them off. I had a nade in his hand. And they're going to rush straight through right to Doja's crosshairs, who's just mowing them down.
Look at all that money coming pouring in towards HellRaisers. Dozier just going to rack up some bank. 5.8k now in his pocket alone after that round. And the perfect person to get that money building as well. So he's going to look towards hopefully switching that one out. As much as I love the old SMG style play, not going to quite stand up against the head armor and AKs that we know LGB are going to bring into the 18th round.
Well, the money he got from that was able to trade up to that M4. And look at the utility on LGB, or most importantly, look at the lack of utility. Just 5 flashbangs. They're going for a quick B hit. I'm going to push past that smoke, and look at that. The damage from that nade did so much to JKM and sentries, but Mystic able to open up onto the site finally. And it's now going to be all 4-on-4.
Angel single-handedly keeping this one still together, though, for HellRaisers. This is the difference. Finally, it's sentries to find the man who's been ripping his teammates to shreds, but 2v2. Mo and Kucha for the CT side. Polly and sentries for the T, and already it's looking rather good for LGB here. As now last man standing is Mo, and he's had a quiet game thus far, but now it's time to make a bit of an impact. Polly knows where he is. The bomb bug. Always a beautiful sight. Thanks for that one, Valve. Polly and Mo. 1v1. Flash comes over. Confident peek from Polly. Will catch out Mo. Mo position now known. Polly's going to make the most of it. And brilliant play again from LGB.
When we talked about moments of brilliance in that pistol round, we saw they're out of sentries, able to claw that one back. That was so close, too close for comfort. And LGB are 1 round away from being on match point. And they've got that full back. We do see HellRaisers investing into the op out of Mo, going for the glass cannon style. And Famas to work with. He needs to come up big on the CT side. You know, Mo, we talked about as being the real guy to look at for the side of HellRaisers, and he's just been so quiet in this game. Well, let's see, LGB. 4 men pushing up over towards playground to get looking to lock this down. And Mo is just watching towards birthday party, but no one's even heading that direction. They're pushing up towards long. They're getting that full control. It's going to force Kucha to sit back and defend against the 3 people who are going to be rushing through.
I don't think I've actually seen Mo get a kill with the AWP yet. I may have missed one out, possibly. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but
I think Doja's the only one on HellRaisers side who's been able to.
He's turning away as they're slowly encroaching towards the site. He's just on, I think he's just seen sentries. He's going to go back, but there's a player on the right side. I don't know if he expects him towards that corner. He can make a nice little peek, but he does have a little look. You can see the arm coming out of Mo. Will find that shot, goes in for a second, finally stepping up, gets not the third. That was someone else going. I think that was Adrian coming in with the support play, but finally HellRaisers getting some control back here, taking some of that pacing away from LGB, but at 14-5, it still seems like that mountain to climb.
Well, Mo's at least building Mo is building confidence.
It's that spelling, man.
It's the U.
Get you, right?
It's the U. But he's building up confidence now. There's some great flick shots out of him.
Yeah.
He's able to stamp down his lockdown on long.
Yeah, and I remember asking Vladislava how to pronounce his name. And she tried to explain it to me like 5 times. Like, you just say how his name is. I'm like, God, it's not Mo, Moo, Mao. I don't know. But now
there's been like 7 different pronunciations out of all of
Pretty
us.
Much, but he's doing a good job here. Good nade. Nice opening shot. But the T-side do only have those Tech 9s, but I guess with a lot of armor on them as well.
They do. And let's see if the flash rings work out. They do blind up Mo completely. He's forced to go back towards Bank. But there's still a big second of HellRaisers, and the sprays just are not connecting. Chicane opens up. Mo able to finally get with the Dread, and they will quickly clean them up. 14-6. HellRaisers getting back in this game. There's still a long road ahead of them. If they keep this pace up, they'll get there eventually.
That was some scary positioning. I get a little nervous seeing it when they're playing from just behind the site itself, or where they often plant, and not having someone, you know, close towards Optimus, as you said, or like push towards that wall that used to be the kind of it used to be a little small kind of room in there as well. I can't remember what that was actually called.
The outhouse, we'll call it.
Yeah, it was the outhouse kind of. But near that little storage room that was there's normally someone pushed close towards that. When they're not there, I get a little nervous because people can enter the site and get the bomb.
Well, you're seeing such contradicting styles out of both teams and how they held the ace side. LGB, it was just like, let's just get in your face and completely shut you down, where HellRaisers are more about just sitting back and letting them come to them. It's kind of risky, but there we go. Kucher able to open up on the first kill this round. And we're just pistols bought up. We're not even that many, just 1 Tech 9 now. Yep. There should be another around the pocket of LGB, or of HellRaisers.
But I still get nervous seeing this. When that's happening, when Mo gets caught out, it's not a brilliant sight. The hoop is now loose, but we still got Kucher here. But Kucher gets found, and that Sentry's doing the work. That's 3v2, but surely HellRaisers will not let this one slip. This is a round they can't afford to drop, and they need to keep these players alive as well. Dozier hunting down for a gun, but there we go. So HellRaisers bring this back a little closer now. But here we see the big round, in my eyes at least. We're going to see Polly with the AWP. We've got full utility almost for the T side. Zevez just talking things through before he purchases up towards his buy in this one. And on the other side, almost the same thing, barring Dozier, still with a slightly lesser weapon.
All right, so Mo's actually going to get some early control over towards long. But not going to be challenging out too much on LGB, though. I think you're right. I think it's going to come down to Mo versus Polly. And I feel like Polly should have the upside on this one because they can flash themselves through. He's not going to be able to get the shot off. And Mo will just be forced back towards his base. But LGB, they got the early control. This is what HellRaisers were not able to do on that T side. But they've been, you know, it's been a little bit hit or miss, a little bit risky, but they've been defending onto the A side pretty decently well. But can they do it into this such a crucial round?
We're going to find out soon. Adrian is starting to push up behind the bathroom, as is Angel. This is a little bit late in the day for this, but he does make the most of it. Finding one, finding two. Adrian doing wonders for the CT side. HellRaisers, as Angel will possibly be able to watch this cross here. He does catch out Zevez, trying to support Polly and Mystic. And other 2 remaining players are in a lot of trouble.
2-on-5 with 40 seconds to go. Polly still with AWP in hand. Mystic able to get the better of Kucher. That's exactly what they needed to kick this one off. Dozier still back towards connector. Mystic is looking to push up towards long. Polly might get caught out, or it might be him catching Dozier. And there's the shot. Phenomenal out of this man. Now 2-on-3 from a 2-on-5 situation. They still got 20 seconds to go.
And they're rotating. They're off towards B. But HellRaisers shouldn't be giving them these opportunities. They've brought it too close already. 15 seconds. We've got Angel and Adrian both on the B side. This shouldn't work out for LGB.
Oh, and it won't. Angel will just mow them down and get HellRaisers another round on the board. But that still was a little bit scary for HellRaisers, with Polly picking up those 2 kills.
Yeah, and Angel's having a brilliant CT side. He's on around 12, I think, kills already in this one. A really, really, really big performance. Overall, 18. So you can see the disparity between the sides here, obviously.
He went from, like, bottom fragging
he had
to,
one
like,
kill.
top fragging.
Yeah, he had 1 kill for quite some time on their T side. So finding a bit more comfort, and that's a huge factor. Just one player even stepping up can assist so much towards the overall collective. But this time, HellRaisers need to be careful. Again, they can't really afford to drop these guns. You don't want to give them away. Of course, the T side does just have those P250s, but then again, you still don't want to give anything away at this point.
The thing is, this is where we expected LGB to struggle a little bit. You know, the fact that they changed up Revino for Mystic, it changed their entire playstyle, their entire strat set. So on the T side, we're expecting to have a little bit more of a difficult time. This is HellRaisers' chance to really claw their way back through. CT side, you could be a little bit more at ease with how you go for the rotates and such. On LGB, they need to pick up some rounds. They are starting to struggle in this one. The momentum is shifting away. They've gone pretty much dead quiet. They're sitting in front of us.
You could definitely hear them before.
A nice little nade comes out of Mo. Gets the kill on a Mystic. And so the push will come in towards Cam, lurking over towards B. And Zevez, he's the man carrying the bomb. He's over towards long.
But Zevez has pushed close, and I don't think Mo's all that aware of it. He's been looking a little further back here. The rotate's going to come out towards B. Going to try and draw them that way. Try and get a sneaky plant, but Mo and Kucha are still on this site, and the rest of LGB were picked up. Mo will find Zevez, and the chance for that sneaky little plant towards the A site does get dashed. And once again, LGB now on the buy. Warp in hand by Polly. And now a full buy for HellRaisers. Dozier this time in the gun round coming up against LGB. He doesn't just have that FAMAS. He has the full weaponry set he'll need. And a hell of a lot of money actually starting to build up for the CT side. Oh, he's on 14-1 now.
Look at that EGR as well, 154.
Beautiful.
Really stepping up in that second half on the CT side. And they picked up now 7 out of the 8 rounds. And Angel pushing up short, does catch that one. Mystic will finally get the return, but will we see LGB continue to push in towards this area? Will they just back away and play this one slow? Looks like they'll be going for the ladder of those two. And just draw out the time. Draw out HellRaisers, forcing a peek for information. And then capitalize off that. You can see there's still 3 men over towards B. Oh, the last man alive towards A. You see how cautious and careful LGB are playing this one, too. They really don't want to throw away this round when they have that 1-for-1 trade.
Exactly. You can see they're not quite getting the momentum as Adrian will find Zevez. 4v3 now. Poly, Sentries, and Mystic left alive. Mystic has collected that bomb. Maybe looking over towards A, but Kucha's already kind of considering this option. He's now joined Mo here. As Poly is going to look for that peek. Doesn't quite catch a glimpse there. But Mo has been fairly static in his positioning, watching towards long. Oh, and Poly, of course, will just pluck him from the air. 3v3, and that site's looking far more vulnerable.
Kucha's over towards Optimus, though. They're going to be running straight through his crossers. There's no smoke to blow them off, but he's going to be able to get nothing. Sentries will shut him down. Now Adrian will fall as well, and Sentries is stepping up when the time counts. Dozier, the last man alive, in a 1-on-2. The bomb is planted for Restrooms, and this is going to be a lot to ask of this man. Still got a little bit of time to work with. He's got no utility, though, but luckily he has that kit. I think LGB, they're going to play this one so smart. No need to peek him. And Dozier has to get aggressive. He has to turn this into a 1v1. Oh, he just gave away his spot. The gig is up, and he's going to try to rush him down, but they're delaying for time. And Mystic is playing this one smart. Just sit towards long. No need to challenge out on this. And he's going to have to stick this defuse if he wants it.
Yeah, and he knows that. Mystic's going to wait it out, go for the peek. And sure, he got the kill, but not the round. And LGB picking up another. And in the end, just the ability to crack in towards that A site, even in a, what is it, a 3v3 situation, 4v3? Working against the odds LGB, bringing it on towards match point now.
Like, he had 2 phenomenal kills to open up that site to allow him to go for the take.
Mo like that?
Yeah. Like I said, plucking him from the sky. Fantastic shot of this man. Then let's see, going into match points for LGB. And again, they'll be going for like a 2-3 split play. This one's slow HellRaisers. They need to step up here. They cannot let a single round go through them.
This is the one that matters for HellRaisers. All the others can be forgotten by this point. It has to start now for them. They cannot let the ball slip. You don't want to drop into the, the slightly, cutthroat games a little later on. You want to keep that little buffer of maybe staying up in towards that winner bracket. But so far, HellRaisers playing very far back. They got the opener towards Zevez. Poly's a little low. But we know how well LGB can play opening up these sites, and I'd be careful doing that jump again, Mo. You don't want to give Poly another opportunity.
And Sentries and Mystic both still alive. 2 men who have really stepped up on this T side of Overpass. And it looks like the hit's going to be coming towards it. There's going to be 3 men, though, waiting to protect this. It's going to be Mo, Adrian, and Kucha. And the utility is there to work with out of LGB. But they've got 40 seconds left. Smoke will dissipate in time. LGB, I think they're going to go for the full take onto the site. Poly's even trying to cause a little bit of distraction over towards B in the meantime as GKM is pushing up towards long. If Mo can't connect this shot, he might be able to open things up.
Mo needs to be such an imperative member in this round. Angels found Poly, but here comes the play. It's Mystic finding Kucha towards the side itself. GKM pushing him from long. Mo's backed away. They're going to possibly play for the retake here. That Molly's going to do work, though. Mystic...
It's delayed. There's 10 seconds left.
Exactly. It's perfect. This is great. Mystic can't just get that bomb down straight away. It's actually tell a lie in the hands of Sentries, and Angel will find Mystic. And now just GKM left alive. Angel ran the backside, doing everything for the boys. It's GKM 1v2. 1 second left. Not a chance in the world. As HellRaisers just about hold on to this.
That Angel, that flank coming from backside to prevent the plant. Not to mention the Molotov just delaying a little bit longer so Angel could get there. Well done by HellRaisers to hold on. That came down a little bit too close. Now it's 15-10.
Can we just point out, though, the fact that Angel has just gone above and beyond everyone else at the moment. His CT side is, in my opinion, what's taken HellRaisers this far. He's on 24 kills. He was on 1 for a good long time on that T side, and now he stepped up. But it looks like LGB going to speed things up again, hit on towards that B side, and it's always going to be dangerous on a match point marker.
4 kills on the pistol run helped out as well for Angel just to lock that down for him. But 15-11. And we're looking at 13-2 scoreline saying, all right, this is going to be it. LGB are going to pick up the win, but HellRaisers are fighting back, and maybe we need to see a positive LGB this time to talk things over, figure out what they want to do, what they need to do differently. Again, this is the side we expected them to struggle on. The fact that they had to replace a big player like Rubino with Mystic changes their entire style on this T side, especially when Rubino plays the aggressive lurker role, and Mystic's more of an entry fragger.
Well, to be fair, though, to Mystic, his play towards the sites actually has been quite impressive.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's been bad.
Exactly.
It's just like a different change of pace for LGB.
I've really enjoyed watching him play it, but HellRaisers going to be picking up the first hit. That's Mo finding Jukaim. Kucha. Good idea that more were following. And sadly for the T side, this looks like a bit of a one-sided affair. Although Polly does catch out Kucha, I don't know if Zebes can even locate that gun there, as Adrian will do the damage. And HellRaisers bringing this one back nice and close. And LGB just need that one round. But we saw what happens to teams when they're on that match point marker or so close to it. Sometimes that final round can be the hardest to get.
Thing is, the rounds that LGB have won have been coming down to Sentries with picking up at least 2 kills per round. You think about, Poly getting the kill on the Mo, but Sentries got the 2 great frags on the site. We think about how they hit BB forward. He had a triple kill in that round, and Poly was able to close it out with the 1v1. They're really dependent on a lot of individual skill here, not really necessarily strategy. And they still have yet to be able to deal with Mo. I mean, yeah, Mo hasn't gotten the flashes of kills, hasn't gotten an insane amount, but the sheer presence of him over towards Long has just shut them down.
Angel again finding Zebes. Angel, every single time, he seems to be able to locate that one player who may be lurking. Sentries now coming back round towards this role, but Angel's already on his way towards A. They've got a 4-man stack out on this. Dozier's the only one at B. And HellRaisers, they're actually reading the situation correctly thus far. 3 players from the T side are here, and actually Adrian and Kucha are going to start pushing over. Polly is holding this angle. Polly is waiting in the back. Oh god, Jukaim and Mystic are pushing long into Mo, and 3 players are pushing around the back. Mo has to keep this angle completely safe. He can't lose this.
Oh, he misses that first shot, forced back towards Bank the Nigga to buy him some time as Adrian going to be going for the flank on him completely. He's behind them at Long, and he's going to mow them down, picking up 2. They can't connect on the 3rd. Actually, that'll be Angel getting that one. And they will shut down the push towards A. HellRaisers is going to take their 13th round. Sentries, last man alive with 50 HP up against 4. Not going to count him out, but with only 20 seconds left, there should be no real chance he's going to be able to pick this up.
And HellRaisers on that CT side. I said I liked it, and I said maybe it was a little bit too much to ask to even see it being brought back this close, but so well played. Mo bought just enough time to allow Kucha, Adrian, Angel to push around the back. Now Sentries, well, I think he's just going to try and hide it out, keep hold of this gun. With 5 seconds left, you can see, I think it's Adrian starting to have a little nosy down here. And Angel around the back, but I think Sentries has just avoided the HellRaisers boys, and he will maintain that AK.
Thing is, we've seen HellRaisers do that before.
There's the pause.
We've seen HellRaisers do that push before, but it didn't really work out that well. It was just a 1-for-1 trade it came down to. It was 2 kills for him. But would you ever expect 3 people to do it? With the way that HellRaisers have been holding, they've been just sitting tucked in on site every single time. Like, the flank was perfect. It was a great call by them. It could have worked out against them, but they took the risk, and now they're only 2 rounds away from tying things up.
And Kucha and Adrian often do it. That's the thing that stood out to me. They're the 2 that often, late into the round, if they haven't kind of been gifted too much information, but it maybe Mo saw one at Long or such, they'll start pushing through those bathrooms. They'll be the ones to slowly work up, which has caught LGB off a couple of times. But as you mentioned, 3 players going on that rotate was slightly it's
unorthodox.
But then again, Angel found Zebes, who's been generally the only man pushing towards B when it's been these A hits from LGB. Sentries, of course, picked up that mantle eventually. But I guess it was just a good read of the opponent, just being like, well, guys, they're probably here. If Mo, you stay on site, watch Long, we'll go around the back. If they're not there, God knows where they are, and we'll have to go send someone back with Dozier. But for now, LGB just, they're doing fine, that's the thing, but HellRaisers, you're getting one man being an absolute beast. They're starting to read the game here, and you mentioned it. The point is that LGB aren't with a full lineup. These, full-out executes, these full-out, site takes, just maybe not there.
I'm trying to think what LGB can do a little bit different to actually catch them off. Again, it's the rounds they've won. The 2 rounds they've won on this T side had just been down to individual performance. And trying to... think about how they can hit one of these sites. You know, Poly may get an AWP, maybe get him a challenge out on mode to just shut down that site. But I feel like HellRaisers just have had a great read with Angel getting aggressive towards B. It's got them so much information. It's allowed them to keep 3, you know, even sometimes 4 men on the A site. But here we go, kicking off into the next round. It's going to be a risky buy out of LGB, throwing everything they have into this one. HellRaisers have everything they could ever hope for. And they're already getting aggressive towards A. They're looking to catch out LGB and get one step closer to tying things up.
This gives me flashbacks of the Fnatic style of doing the force up in the riskier round almost. Or not the riskier round, but a little bit of a risky kind of force up here. As Jacame just with the Tech 9 bit of utility. Galil on Zevez, no flashes, no smokes. Mystic just, you know, that bare AK with head armor. There's one Sentries and Poly, joined by, of course, Jacame, to try and maybe craft something out of this round. 1 minute and 14 seconds. Angel catches a glimpse of 2. He knows roughly where the T-side are.
He's almost rushing up short with the bomb. He's going to have to throw that one back. Flashbangs raining in. Zevez leading the charge. We'll get taken. Angel secures 2. Again, coming up huge. He's looking for that third as they finally do get a little bit of control of the site, but there he has Doja there to back him up. The bomb is not even in towards the site just yet to get planted, and HellRaisers is just going to completely overrun them. KM will get 1, but now in a 1-on-4 for Sentries. He will fall. And HellRaisers are 1 round away from tying things up.
And they just started to get loud. And looking at the money on the T side, it's not too dire. They can buy up again 3.4 towards Poly, 3.4 on towards Zevez. The others can get, you know, an AK, maybe a couple of Galils if they want to. And Poly actually, the CZ with a Molly, smoke, double flash. This is scary as hell. And yeah, Jacame, after the monster CT side he had, really not finding his footing.
28 kills CT side, 4 kills T side.
It's a big difference.
And you saw there 10 and 24 for Angel, I believe that was.
Here we go.
Won't connect the shot on towards long, so HB will get the control of this. But again, the A site has been relatively weak. They've gotten a successful round towards A and a successful round towards B, and that's it. Now just have proven to be a stone wall when it comes to other sites.
Well, this is different though. Adrian actually pushing up towards long. This is going to give them information if he actually peeks that corner that it's clear. And maybe Angel's going to have the opportunity, but Sentries is still watching from birthday party. So it's kind of, they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place here, LGB, but I don't know if they're aware of it. And timing could completely open up this round.
Oh, Angel is pushing up connector behind them. He gets the first kill into Mystic. 4 more men to go before they tie things up and go into overtime. And Poly going for the challenge out. They want to rush him down. Angel's trying to back away. He gets a second goal. Gets a third on his Sentries. This man cannot be stopped. Now Jacame all by himself over towards bathrooms. And Zev is trying to rotate in to help out. And this is looking dire for LGB.
Yeah, Adrian is just behind Jacame. They're literally around the corner from each other almost. And Jacame's going to have a nasty surprise. Actually, it's the other way around. Adrian gets caught off there. But the bomb is with Angel, the man possessed currently. He knows they're going to walk towards him. And so far, he's probably been enjoying that factor. But it's Dozier to find Zevez as Jacame keeps this round alive.
He's got 10 seconds. If he's going to go for this plant, he's got to go ASAP. And they're going to just completely shut him down as he rushes through. The nade comes in, down to 29 health. 5 seconds left. And we're going into overtime. HellRaisers tying things up after being down 2-13 in the first half.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff from HellRaisers. 15-15. But I think we know where the credit needs to go, at least to get that momentum building beside them, to get those kills coming in every single round. It was Angel just having an outstanding half. And then you look on the other side of the factor, Jacame, so quiet after such a big performance from himself as well.
Again, you know, we didn't really touch too much on it before the game started, but as we saw it progress, we definitely saw the fact that LGB are struggling on the T side. CT side, they are more than fine on the back of Jacame, able to lock them down, but one thing we haven't seen too much out of LG, actually both teams, funny enough, they're not punishing the aggression of the other team. You know, we don't see anyone pushing in towards connector, trying to get staircase to kill Angel as he gets aggressive towards B, as he goes towards short.
Yep.
They're not really doing too much against that, and it's allowing free reign for HellRaisers on that CT side.
And now let's kind of throw our minds into the overtime momentum theory, right? Because thinking of it this way, sure, you could look at Jacame for having that great first half, but then he went into a second half for so long where he just didn't really perform. He was probably getting a little frustrated, a little annoyed. But then you look at the other side of the coin, HellRaisers just had a great final half, taking it to overtime after having, what, 2 rounds? They're going to be on a really good high note, whereas LGB, they're going to be terrified of that T side again.
We've already seen that their CT side is very strong, so if they can pick up 1, I wanted to say 2, but I can't feel it. I can't feel that's going to happen. If they can just pick up 1 round on that T side, they move into CT and just get a 3-0 streak with that crazy aggression they pulled off, they might better close out this game. But HellRaisers, you know, at this rate, they might be looking at 3-0 CT side to start off with, since it's MR3 and it's going to be 10K start money. LGB, they need to come up with something new. They need to come up with something different. And I think it comes down to punishing how aggressive Angel's been. Like you pointed him out, he was so quiet in the first half. He had like 10 kills total. He's gotten over 25 in the second half on the CT side. You kill him, well, the whole team can fall there behind that.
Well, we're going to find out any second now. The teams are readying up. We're going to jump into this one, and overtime will begin. I'm so ready for this one. Just to clarify, HellRaisers will still be on that CT side, LGB on the T side. And as you said, if one round comes in for LGB, they can work with that. But at the moment, I'm not sure if that's even an option. And look at this aggression again.
Well, we saw triple time between Tempo Storm and Na'Vi last night.
Yeah.
And Inferno, funny enough, over at MLG Sivo, or Sivo MLG. Zevez able to open up on Angel, though. They're finally able to take down the man who's been just a thorn in their side on this T side. And this might be exactly what they need. They're slowing things down. They realize we have this man advantage. We need every round we can get on this T side because we're confident in our CT side. So let's see how they go about this. They have men spread up over towards bathrooms. Polly watching connector. And Zevez watching out towards long. And HellRaisers, they're just trying to gather some information somehow. And it's going to be Doja doing just that, but only getting knocked down 15 HP from that dink.
Yeah, not the end of the world for Dozy yet. He should be able to just kind of ride that one out.
You talked about Chicane, by the way, lurking towards B, and then Sentries took up that mantle. Now he's lurking towards A by himself. Adren getting so aggressive towards T's spawn. He's going to get the 1-for-1 trade. He spots out the bomb. And this is going to be, I think, LGB going for that B take.
Yeah, but Dozy is still there. That's the only factor here. Jakam's going to be working towards Mo. Mo is still on this site. He's not leaving it. But Dozier and Kuja have to deal with... Oh my god, okay, Mo's found Jakam. That might just make him a little nervous. But no, there's Kuja. He knows what's up. And Mystic's only on such a low amount of health. And look at this. Zevez, 26. Mystic, 6. And Mo's got the AWP. He could have done this a million times over, but bomb down and ticking. Jesus, Zevez, if only you knew. Gets away with his life just. Most sadly, no nade on him, just a flash. He's going to have to walk into this one. He's going to have to try and do the damage. Not sure what the hell that flash was. Picks up the M4. No defuse kit.
Great Molotov comes in, just delay. He does get 1 kill, but wouldn't have had the time after. I think that sure was a kit in water he might have been able to pick up. But either way, that's going to be LGB finally doing what they really couldn't on that first half. They do pick up the first round of overtime on the T side. It's now 16-15, LGB in the lead.
All right, Zevez, no pressure, but you have to kill Angel every single time now. This is your job.
No pressure at all.
But no, that opening pick, perfect for LGB. And they worked the side off the back of it. Even though HellRaisers were aware by that point, they still got it going. But this is a little bit different again.
Wow. They're like all good up, expecting that push towards Fountain ASAP. Thing is, HellRaisers has only done this a handful of times, if at most. And Mo, he just seems to hit that shot today.
No, it's not working out for him. He's tried it several times. He's playing great for Bangladesh. Oh yeah, Polly's been just smashing it every time he gets the chance to. He's probably looking forward to that CT side once he gets there. Like, you know what, I'm going to show you how that's done.
Finally kills again. But there's going to be a 4-man stack of HellRaisers towards A. And they're looking to get aggressive, looking to push out and spot out where LGB are going to try to catch him off guard. Kucher might come around the corner right into 4 men, and he's going to be spot out. He won't get the kill onto anyone. He will find out Dren here. He's going to fall sentries again, picking up 2 kills, opening up this A site potentially.
I'm surprised Adrian actually went for that, but Polly finds Mo, and this is everything crumbling for HellRaisers. Dozier and Angel aren't far away, though. Angel's on long. Bomb goes down, the bomb gets holded. Angel has the perfect chance, but he can't do it as Mystic does find the kill in the end. And LGB finding their footing finally on their T side in overtime.
They picked up the same amount of rounds in overtime on T side than they did the entire second half. Phenomenal play to them. Sentries again with those 2 great kills. And HellRaisers, they try to change things up. You talked about, you know, Adren pushing up with Kucher inside of bathrooms, and that did not work out at all for them. And now they go into the final round of overtime. Look what they have, just pistols and armor. This could be a 3-0 lead for LGB going on to that CT side where they had a 13-2 start.
It's a back and forwards game, this one, but what a brilliant way to start out the day here. And Mo's going to have to back out along, going to sit himself in that nice, you know, tight little corner on towards the A site. And Jakam, Mystic, Polly.
I actually don't know if they're going to check that corner if they come around.
They probably won't. He's not played this yet. He's been consistently in a different spot, but the bomb is all the way back, you know, all the way back. So
Angel.
Don't really need it.
He's gone aggressive again. He's over towards short with the Dren. I wonder if he's going to be going for the flank. You see Polly trying to watch anyone towards bank. Oh, Mystic. Oh, he just got close to his foot. He didn't see it. He's turning for the potential flashbang to come in, and Mo could be the game changer in this round.
Oh, Mo, no pressure, buddy.
Oh, Mystic's gonna check it again!
Checked.
Oh, and this is going to be LGB going for the take. Adren forced to go back towards Bank. Mystic doing what exactly he needs to, but here we go. Adren picking up two. Doja picks up one as well. And now it's quickly into a 3-on-2 situation. Pauly getting jerked down low NHP, 13 health. And now it's back to a 2-on-2 Angel with behind him. He's going to look for the kill. He can't connect. There's 20 seconds left to go on the clock, and he's by himself.
He's got it all to do. One flash to hand. He needs one shot to hit. He's down to 8 in the clip. Angel closing it down towards Sentries, keeping HellRaisers just about in this. But LGB stepped their hell up in that T side on overtime. HellRaisers only walking out with one of those 3 rounds.
Wow. We talked about them only having pistols and not looking good. Potential 3-0 for LGB in the first half of overtime.
But with shots backwards.
Like that, yeah.
It's like, okay, LGB is super struggling on the T side. We get to overtime, they smash it. And it's like, okay, HellRaisers, you know, not doing so well. Give them pistols, they win the round. It's like, what?
Such a close game between these two teams. And keep in mind, guys, looking for that 19th round for one of these teams. Have a victor. 19-18 would result in a second overtime.
OT.
I mean, yeah, what a way to start off our day. This is Group B. This is just the first game, ladies and gentlemen. We still have so many more to come for you today. And eventually, at the end of the day, we'll have our 2 extra winners going through into the main event in August at the Land 6 Arena. And here we go. LGB on the CT side. HellRaisers is on the T. There's a 13-2 score on in the first half. Won't we see history repeat itself?
That's a good start, at least. Sentry's going to take down Angel straight away. And it may not be the patented aggression from Pauly and Jacame, but it still kind of falls out to the same effect. Now, Kucha, Dozier, and Mo taking it very slow towards A.
I wonder if she's just going to be able to walk through, pick up an easy kill. Zevis does finally spot him out. He gets the kill. Adred should not miss shots like that. And now they're down 2 people. Pauly does catch a glimpse onto Mo. But now he's just going to be able to back away, and it's going to be a 5-on-3. They're playing this one smart, not trying to get too aggressive against HellRaisers. Just take this man advantage, take this round under your belt, because at minimum, if you win this round, you're forcing a double overtime.
50 seconds left. T-side on the rotate. Dozier all the way around the back. They pulled players back towards A, actually. So this is not a bad shout, but there is still 2 present here, which is Mystic and Sentry. Sentry's kicked this one off with a bang and in a great position, watching just the edge of short coming up. He's going to back out a little bit here. Allow that molly to come into place, but the molly's coming back in, and it's Kucha this time, making the most out of Mystic. And now Zeves tucked himself towards that side. Sentry's not too far away either. This could get dangerous for HellRaisers.
20 seconds left. The bomb's going to get planted by Doja. Zeves going to push in to try to get the bomb planted. He does get the kill, but he will fall to Mo, who's not able to connect on that second shot. Now it's a 2-on-3. The retake coming in. Mo coming a big push, secures another kill. Looking for the third, but that would be Pauly getting him down. And now it's Kucher up against Pauly. And a 1-on-1 Kucher down to 10 HP. Pauly with the kit and the grenade. It's not going to connect, unfortunately. He's going to stick the defuse. And Kucher comes around the side. LGB 5-on-3 lose the round.
I don't know what just happened. You know what? As soon as I saw Pauly take down Mo, I was like, oh god, this is happening. Kucha was so damn low on HP, but somehow they pull it together, they pick up the pieces, and it's back on 17-7. This overtime.
Look at LGB, they have no money after this round.
They'll be screwed after this if they don't get this one going, and Pauly can't even afford an AWP now. This is a dangerous round, but look, the aggression's back. It's Mystic, it's Pauly, it's Jacame, all pushing up by A.
And look at HellRaisers on the minimap. They're just sitting back as far as they can towards playground, knowing it's exactly what they're going to be going for. Yeah. So reading into this one perfectly. But can they come up with the kills when they need them? Now, if HellRaisers pick up this round, they'll force a minimum of another overtime. And LGB, even with all that aggression, they've actually sat back over towards long, and so have HellRaisers, just waiting out, seeing which team's going to make that first move. Bomb now rotating back towards B. Angel's already pushed out towards short. And Sentries and Zeves going to be in an interesting crossfire, but Jacame and Mystic, are they going to continue to hold this position? It's been a long time. Only 50 seconds to go on the clock. Once these flashes start raining in, once the bullets have routed off, they're going to rotate back, and I think they're going to be a little bit slow. They've allowed Sentries and Pauly and Zeves to all be here towards B.
Dozier, though, he's going to be the linchpin man. They're leaving Angel almost as bait to this one. Dozier going to look to maybe find any of those early aggressives.
Oh my god, Mystic
is going around, and Mystic's going to get a face full of this. He's got the players to the right. He has to swallow. He doesn't know where he's getting shot from, and Mo's going to find him. But the alarm bells are ringing for LGB. They know the players are on the way towards A. Jacame's waiting. Pauly's close. Sentry's not far, but 20 seconds. The clock's the biggest factor here for HellRaisers now.
Jacame's been the man to come up big on the CT side in the first half. Can he do it yet again? He's going to see them cross right in front of him. He's not connecting the shots. He wants the teammate there inside. Doja picks up Sentries, and now Jacame will fall. Zevis 1-on-5 trying to defend. defense. He will fall. And HellRaisers have forced that minimum of a tie, and they are now 1 round away from coming back from a 13-2 score line to take the victory.
HellRaisers, they don't like to make it easy, do they? They want to put on a show here, and now 1 round away. But let's see if it can be done again. Last time, HellRaisers were almost in this position. They had to go for the pistols, and we saw it actually work out for them. But look at the stack the CT side are going for. It's all going towards A, and so are the T side. This could be huge for both teams. Jason, take us away.
Zeva's pushed up, the rest of them going towards long. Are they going to continue to push through? You can see HellRaisers are already waiting with the extra. They're going to come around the corners. Poly spots at the first one. It'll fall to Mo. The rest of the team's going to be forced to back away. There's no way they're going to win on this duel. Dread picks up the kill, and Zeva's now just the 3-man towards long.
HellRaisers on the cusp here. Sentry sticking it out, playing Brave, but Brave doesn't win your rounds half of the time now. JKM going to try and adjust, put himself in a good position, but it's just down to Mystic and JKM here, up against the 5 players of HellRaisers on the verge of picking up their first game here. And Mystic can't do what Mo achieved in the end. Gonna get a little bit of vengeance on that one. JKM now 1v5, and I think they know where he is.
Well, they will know now. He's going to be chased down. HellRaisers want to close out this game. Flashbang's raining to just blind him up, and the bomb will make its way towards A. Just with his 5-7 in hand, not even a kit, and that head armor. And try to keep LGB's hopes alive in this first game. Rotating back towards CT spawn. There's already 2 men there waiting, and they will rush him down. JKM will get 1, but there we go. HellRaisers coming back, picking up the win, and will move through to the winner's side of the bracket.
HellRaisers had the toughest task at hand. The first game coming into this, and I said, you know what, they have so many close results and they just can't close those games, but they proved me wrong. At such a deficit, they just turned the hell up. Bring it back in. Angel, the man you've seen just walking out there, having a monstrous game.
It took LGB way too long on that T side to figure out how to counter him. When they finally did on overtime, they picked up 2 of the big rounds on the T side, but they couldn't close it out. But honestly, we have to praise them. I mean, coming in with losing Murbino, they already talked about Zevis to me, how important this man is to the team. They had a phenomenal start to that game. So many great shots out of JKM and the entirety of the team. Even Poly showing up really well. Sentries, Mystic, I mean, everyone on the team did a fantastic job. When it came down to the very end, that T side, they struggled. And unfortunately, they'll be taking their first loss.
Yeah, real shame. They put up a tough matchup for HellRaisers, and these guys just got a warm-up and a half, to say the very least. But as you mentioned, LGB came into this and started off very well. But it's so frustrating to lose out on games like that for these guys. They won't look at it as like a benefit that they brought it so close. They'll be like, well, you still lost in the end. So hopefully they can keep their heads high. They've got a long route ahead of them now. And it's going to be a very tough couple of games incoming.
And what is it about HellRaisers, like you said, making games come down so close? And we saw this during the ESL ESA Pro League. We're seeing it yet again. And they'll be actually played against the winner of Epiphany Boat and Team of Battles. So going to be another interesting game coming up there when we do get to it. But HellRaisers, I mean, this is going to be an interesting battle for them, trying to get back through in the major. We're going to head over to Demon, who is Angel for the interview. I'm curious to hear what this man has to say.
Thank you very much, guys. What an incredible start. I'm here with Angel from HellRaisers, who just got 37 kills, by the way, in that last matchup. Let's talk about the first half, because it began and it was 12-3. They were running away with it. And so okay, let's just talk us through the T side to begin with.
Well, it was a big surprise for us. LGB played really well. They pushed the long side on A, and we didn't expect that. So they just had 8 rounds in a row, and then we got a timeout. So we think about it, but it didn't help, as you saw. So we just take 2 clutch rounds and 1-2 rounds for T side, and I don't know. On City side, it was just a lot of clutch rounds that we won. So we could easily lose, but I'm happy that I got a lot of kills that helped our team to win.
And obviously, you're the in-game leader for the team. What was it? What was the motivational speech that helped, A, in that pause, and B, when it got to a 14-6, 15-8 situation where you guys were on the edge the whole game?
Well, there's a situation in the game when speech just doesn't work. So we just got to take some rounds by yourself, because I'm in game really, right? So, and then you go out.
Just had to go big yourself. Okay, let's move on to overtime now, because you managed to pull out an incredible play. But then they picked up 2 rounds on the T side. You guys were down to pistols, yet you managed to pull it off.
Yes, it was a scary round. I was just like, fuck, how would I'm sorry. How did you lose these 2 rounds in a row? And I was in a clutch 1v2 with CZ. And I was just like jumping and trying to kill them. I was just really disappointed. And this round helped because I won, because we showed our real T side when we can take any gun rounds with any team.
So was it just a case of, obviously, when the game started out, you guys were just not ready to go? Or, I mean, obviously it was clearly a slow start, an 8-0 start.
It's a big problem for us. We are starting really bad on tournaments and every game. So it wasn't so surprise for us as a score. Surprising was their good game, because we saw their past results in online and they were really bad. They just like 5 losses in a row on HellTV statistics. So we didn't expect such a rough start. Maybe it was just like a cold shower for us. I hope it's gonna help us in next games.
Well, next up is Epiphany Bolt or E-Beetle. They're actually in double overtime on train right now. Which one would you prefer of the two? Let's just get straight down to it.
It just doesn't matter for now. It's when you won the game like this, when it not depends on enemy, you can win any. So we're just looking for next game and next. I hope it's going to end in 2 maps for us.
And finally, obviously coming into this tournament with a cold start like that, do you feel preparation was an issue coming in?
Well, we prepared really well, because we know it's really an important tournament for us, so we prepared well. Of course, there's some issues about, I know, some mind games in player stress. So, but I think we just did everything right in this game, and all the mind games will be off for next.
Well, all the best for the rest of the tournament. Thank you very much for joining me, Angel. So, next up is going to be another cracker. It's going to be Gamers 2 versus Titan. That will follow the break.